So at this point, we have all of our construction drawings lines done. It is time for us to create our drawing. Now, when you create your drawing from construction lines, there are going to be what I like to refer to as hidden lines. So we have to discover some hidden lines. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, with you, figure out where some sets of hidden lines are, and then the rest is up to you to figure out. That's the way it goes. So, let's take a look at our drawing so far. We have this cube, and if I look at the outside of the cube, I notice that the outside of the cube is what shape? It's a hexagon. It's a hexagon. It's a six-sided shape. It's actually a regular hexagon because it is. I'll wait. Because all of the sides are of equal length, and we measured that, so we know that is true. Now, since our top is a point, right? We have this top point, and I'm looking here on my circle. I don't have this top point. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate my construction lines so that I have this vertex up here at the top. You can just rotate your paper. It makes it much easier, but I am stuck with this. So I will rotate my lines. Okay, excellent. So now I have my construction lines facing the same way as my drawing, which will make life easier when we look at how to put things together. So, it's time to make some lines darker and heavier than our construction lines. So if I'm going to start here at the top and create this top edge, obviously my line starts here, right here. Where does this line stop? At what intersection will this line stop? This point? Okay, and that's fairly easy to see. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to make this line darker and heavier. So I've created this line here, darker and heavier than my construction lines. And I'm going to help myself out a little bit more. I'm going to make my construction lines even lighter. I've turned them all gray and just made them lighter so you can see my permanent lines, the lines of my shape, a little bit better. So now, once we're at this point here, what happens if I'm drawing this top shaded region? It goes down. Where does this line go? Where is it headed towards? It's headed toward the center. So do I have a construction line that heads toward the center?
Yes.
Okay. So now here's the trick. Does it go all the way to the center?
No. It just goes
No.
down the bottom of the triangle.
It goes here?
Yeah.
It goes. Okay. So I'm connecting this point of intersection with this point of intersection. Obviously, you use your ruler. I have a straight line tool. So now we come to our first hidden line. Where does this, where do I go from here? Jack?
You go from the intersection of...
Would you come up here and show us the intersection that we go to? So we're all watching where Jack is going to... Okay. So we're going to connect this intersection with this intersection with our rulers, because you're not allowed to do any freehand drawing whatsoever. So we're connecting this point of intersection with this point of intersection. Now, there is one way that you can check that you are right. If your drawing is right. This line that I've just drawn needs to be parallel with my edge here. Now, obviously, I can do that by moving my line. It must be parallel. So that is the last of the hidden lines that I am going to give you. The rest is up to you to figure out. Now, in terms of grading, if you create a drawing that looks just like mine in the top left corner, that's going to be a 75.
75%.
You got it. That's 7.5 out of 10. If it is colored, that'll be an 8.5 out of 10. And if you have multiple constructions, that gets you into the 9.5. So if you do 2 of these, like one inside, like you could do another construction of this cube inside here. It looks really cool. That would be enough to get you your 9.5.
How about a 10?
I will pick 2 or 3 from each class, well, your class, and the best 2 or 3 will be 10s. So that will be a combination of extra constructions and really, really nice coloring. Now, the one thing I will say about coloring, don't go through this exercise, make a really nice constructed drawing, and then freehand the coloring. Now, obviously, when it comes to markers and coloring the area inside the faces of the cube, you're going to freehand that. But make sure when you come to an edge, you use a ruler to color the edge. Because if you don't use a ruler in coloring the edge, it's not going to look right. The lines must be crisp and straight and clear. So go ahead and finish up your drawing. It's up to you. Now, you at home, I will continue to do this. So you can connect this intersection. Oops. Then you'll connect this intersection here with this intersection here, right here. So now we have our top edge. Now I'm going to create this edge here. So we already have this line. I'm going to connect this one here. Oops. To this one here. To create this line. There. And back down. So this is going to create one of my edge faces, and then same deal here. We already have that line. There we have it now for the inside. Connect that edge here. It's right there. This edge here. And then this edge here. Now this isn't going to look right until you do the shading. So I'm going to go with blue here. So I'm going to go ahead and shade his bottom face. I'm going to shade it blue. And then I'm going to shade, oops, shoot. So I'll try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there we go. Now for the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there, 5. There we go. So now I'm going to get rid of my construction line so you can see it's a little clearer. And so there we have it. So now we have our cube with a corner pulled out of it. If you're really ambitious, and I hope that you are, Let's get them all. What you could do is you can do a second construction. Now I'm obviously cheating here by duplicating. That's the nice thing about a computer, right? So I have another one. I'm going to make it even smaller. And obviously I forgot to get that one line. So I'll go ahead and finish it up. So then you could have, there you go, that there. Now in this one you can see that my shading is overlapping. So what I would want to do is, since I'm working on a computer, I'd want to place a diamond there, and then move it back. Move that whole thing to the front. There we go. So now we have two inside of each other. So tomorrow's construction will be a little more exciting. It'll be interlocking triangles. It'll be much, much cooler. All right. Nobody, I need to line up. They need to clean up. It won't take too long. 28 compasses on my front table. Everything must be cleaned up.
Wait, are we supposed to turn this in tomorrow?
It is due tomorrow morning at the beginning of class. Oh, by the way, everyone has all 6 rough drafts done, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
What about 5?
5 is okay.